This is a Cougar News Brief.
Hello and welcome to this edition of your Cougar News Brief. I'm Sydney Sweet and here's a quick look at some of the stories from the last week. This holiday season, join COC in its efforts to collect canned food for those in need. On December 3rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., bring canned food for the flagpole for donations. Connect with various campus clubs and organizations while doing your part to help others this winter. All proceeds will be given to the Basic Needs Center here at the college. Over the weekend, the city of Los Angeles proved that being eco-friendly can be as easy as passing through a drive-thru. Last Saturday, College of the Canyons partnered with the Los Angeles Department of Public Works to host its annual hazardous materials and electronic waste drop-off. Residents of the Santa Clarita Valley were able to drive through and drop off hazardous materials with ease and efficiency. The Department of Public Works hopes to encourage more residents to dispose of their electronic waste responsibly, saying that it's critical to reduce e-waste and recycle electronics at the end of their useful life cycle. The mighty oak has played a huge role in Santa Clarita's heritage. Haiyut Tsai gives us a glimpse of the rich history behind these incredible plants. Am I rushing?
What are the most important trees in the history of California? The local people would say oaks. William Hart Museum spent the day celebrating the big part oak trees played in California from 11 to 2 at the Ranch House on November 9th. In order to make people who come to the Day at the Ranch event learn about the unique adaptations that oaks have developed to survival, as well as discover their importance in our local system, visitors could stop by the ranch house to participate in the traditional gathering, sorting, and processing of acorns for food. What's more, Charmac and Tatavium elder Alan Silza was invited as native storyteller to give speeches about his adventures on land and sea. It came to his relationship with oaks and nature in California. He talked about how he and his tribes cooperated with 5 Point on development west of Magic Mountain to save the oaks as soon as the developers were going to cut down 100 of trees. And they finally agreed to box the trees up and move to parks and green belts, which cost about $40,000 to do this for each mature tree. Magdalene Romero, the education and volunteer coordinator of Hart Museum, also told us how important oaks have always been for the indigenous communities of California.
I can't speak on behalf of any of the indigenous communities. However, I know some have told me, some members of the Tatavium tribe have told me, oak trees are like their ancestors.
For Cougar News, I'm Haiyut Tsai.
Pokemon Go is still a big thing. Jesse Abarquez shows us how Santa Clarita's Pokemon Go community is as strong as ever and still growing.
As a Santa Clarita resident, have you ever seen a group of people at a random location just tapping at their phones intently like I am right now? Chances are you've run into the Santa Clarita Pokemon Go community. Did you know that Pokemon Go is more popular today than it was back when it first launched? Niantic, the developer behind the magic of Pokemon Go, set out to create a game that makes users want to get up, live life, and interact with each other in person. Many Santa Clarita natives would say that Niantic accomplished their goal. Since the app's launch back in 2016, the number of users has increased exponentially, and it's thanks to local community organizers such as Marvin Aquino.
I think what it is just having a common goal for everyone, that's what really brings people together. Being able to talk about the game, being able to just hang out, being able to see each other like on a regular basis. I think that's kind of what's grown really from just a community to almost like a family.
Pokemon Go is definitely not only for kids, it's for everyone. The community wants everyone and anyone to join in on the fun.
We have lawyers, we have doctors, veterinarians, myself a banker, and we have people, a lot of students, you know, and the biggest thing for me is seeing two people of completely different backgrounds, completely different upbringings, talking at a rate, and just showing each other, you know, what they caught or what they want to catch. So those are the kind of things that really, that really make me happy.
The Pokemon Go community is a large part of Santa Clarita's lifestyle, celebrating and living the events that Santa Clarita as a whole goes through, both high and low. The next time you see a group with their phones out, give them a smile and maybe even think about joining in yourself. With Cougar News and with Team Mystic, I'm Jesse Abartes.
The American Cancer Society and Relay for Life celebrated Man's Best Friend at Westfield to support those affected by cancer. Cancer survivors and supporters gathered at the Westfield Valencia Town Center to show their love for their four-legged friends who are always there to help during serious times of need. Dogs and their owners had the opportunity to meet Santa, compete in a costume contest, and even play fun games like musical hoops. Some dogs were even up for adoption. Money was raised to support the animals and their journey to safe homes. The event was successfully able to raise more than $1,000 over their $6,000 goal. And that does it for this edition of Cougar News Newsbrief. My name is Sydney Sweet. For a more in-depth look at these stories and more, you can check us out on Twitter at @COC_Cougar News and on Facebook at COC Cougar News.